Ron Harris here from MuscularDevelopment.com. Coverage of the 2019 New York Pro brought to you by High Tech Pharmaceuticals. Judging just wrapped up. I'm here with Chris Griffin. You know him as the Goon. Yeah, all the way down from Boston. First time at the New York Pro, Chris?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. It's your first pro show, right?
No, I actually went to the Night of Champions back in '02, which is...
Don't mention that. Shh. It's never existed. It's always been New York Pro. So, we're going to get some no-holds-barred commentary from Chris on this. We're going to start with Classic, because that was the first division up. Classic, a lot of interest in that, because we knew going into this it was going to be a battle between two guys. Alex Cambronero, who just changed from 212 to Classic and won the Pittsburgh Pro 2 weekends ago, and the young kid from Georgia, Keon Pearson. And it was a battle. They called out top five and this and that, but when it came down to the very end, they just brought those two back. How did you see that comparison?
Well, first, I've been down on Keon for his condition. He brought the conditioning today. He is impressive. He really is. Round, full. Alex looked great. More of a bodybuilder physique, but he has that old man muscle, and his conditioning was just a little bit more on point.
People were saying that Alex really beat him from the back. Did you see that?
I saw her definitely beating from the back, but as an older guy, he's going to have more thickness, separation in the back than a younger guy. Back takes a while.
Keon, I believe, is only like 24 years old. Yeah. He's on the rise. That kid's going to be going very far in this division.
He's something special, this kid. He really is. You have to see him in person to truly get just how spectacular he really is.
Just give you guys an idea. The other top five guys were Piotr Borecki from Poland. Got to give credit. Kenneth Owens from Georgia, Damian Patrick from Santa Monica, and Giuseppe Zagarella from Italy. All look great, but it did come down to those two. Okay, so men's physique, there was a ton of guys. Geez, it wasn't like 55.
There was a ton of guys.
It was, I believe it was like 40 or 50 guys. It was outrageous. And it looked to me like this new guy from Boston, who you've interviewed and Giles interviewed. I've yet to interview him. Carlos De La Vera, who goes by Kaiki, and his family and friends were blasting out my eardrums right there. I couldn't hear a damn thing when he was out there because they were going nuts for him. But geez, this kid, he just made his pro debut, I believe, in Pittsburgh 2 weeks ago?
No, last summer. He won at the USA's, jumped into his first show, won.
Yeah.
2 weeks ago, jumped to the Pittsburgh, won.
So he's undefeated as a pro already.
He's undefeated as a pro. He's definitely something special. I couldn't tell by the way they were placing him because they moved him from the middle to the end. I couldn't tell if that was just to compare everybody else. Yeah. So I'm not positive on that.
Yeah, because they moved him, and the guy they left in the middle was Kyron Holden from San Diego, also a tremendous physique. I mean, these men's physique guys, the top 15, they're all very, very close.
And I've noticed that the physique guys are getting a lot bigger the last 2 years, significantly bigger.
Okay, open. This is the show. This is what everybody comes here to see. This is the Lions, the Tigers, and the Bears. You know, there were some favorites going in. Obviously, Juan Morel, who narrowly lost this before last year to Nathan. He has won it before, so he was the favorite going in. We also had Akeem Williams, big favorite going in, local guys. Another local guy, although he moved to Florida, John De La Rosa. Looked to me like that was the top three, basically. Then you also had James Hollingshead from the UK, Justin Rodriguez from New York, and Milan Shadek from Czech Republic. Milan was really surprised to me because
Milan's condition was perfect, and as he posed, he got tighter and tighter. And he's got a very complete physique. He's not lacking there's no lacking body parts. He's got a nice structure, a small waist. I was impressed.
And the thing is, I give him credit because a lot of 212 guys, when they move to open, they really kind of ruin their physiques. They try to get too big, they blow out their waist, and they never bring that crisp condition again. This kid's doing it the right way. He's a bigger version of what he was before.
Yes. He just sort of upsized.
Justin Rodriguez, we knew he was going to be tough. Yeah. Justin's going to be in the mix for this, for sure.
I'm a Justin fan. I think this kid has a lot of upside,
Now, Akeem Williams was putting up a really strong fight today, as was John De La Rosa. I happen to think this is going Juan Morel's way today. Based on the way the call-outs were going, they're all very close. Where did you see Juan beating or not beating these guys?
I see Juan beating them. Juan's always going to take a little bit of a rap for his front shots because of his lack of quad sweep, which is a genetic thing. But he is so thick up top. He was peeled, tiny waist. You have to give him all the side shots because he has that crazy ham drop. And I think he takes all the back shots just based solely on his conditioning. He was striped today.
I mean, I sentimental reasons. I like John De La Rosa. I was really rooting for him. I was hoping he could pull off the win. But I don't know. Juan's a lot to handle. Akim's a lot to handle today. Akim's on. He's on his game. You know, the same thing we always talk about with him. His back's never really crisp and detailed, but, you know, nobody up there was flawless. Nobody.
Definitely freaky. He brings the freak factor. Your eyes kind of get locked on him. And, you know, his lower back doesn't come in, but he's just so massive.
James Hollingshead from UK. Last year was a rookie. Nobody paid a whole lot of attention to him. Did okay, I believe it, like it was the Indy Pro or the Muscle Man, one of those two. Didn't do very well in Tampa, so nobody was really talking about him a lot going into the show, but I was pretty impressed. They're knocking him on the boards a little bit for structural things, but I thought he brought the size and he brought the condition.
Yeah, his size and condition were on point. You can only do so many things about your structure. I'd like to throw out there, I was impressed by Josh Wade. I think Josh's problem is he's neither big, pretty, or freaky. He's just a very
He's about 250. I'd put him as big, but
I mean, like he doesn't bring the freak factor, but he's very solid physique, great condition. Just throw him as, you know.
You know, I'd say he's brought his arms up a little bit. Needs to keep working that, because that's where some of these guys just have these crazy 23-inch arms. It's hard to win a pro show against guys like that if you can't bring that. And he is working on it. But good guy. Who else do we have in there? No, that's about all we're going to talk about. We don't go into everybody. 212 now. This was interesting because I wasn't sure Ahmad was here, wasn't here. He wasn't on the final list that I got like 4 hours ago. He jumped into the show, and everyone assumed, okay, this is the Olympia runner-up twice. He's going to blow the show away. But Eduardo Correa and his comeback, and now that I've seen some better shots, because from where I was sitting, I couldn't really appreciate the detail, I'm going to give the 212 today to Eduardo Correa.
I 100% agree. As he posed, he got drier and drier, which I didn't think was possible. He was striated like a road map. And versus Ahmad, if you look up close, Eduardo's waist was a lot smaller, which I think is a deciding factor in those front shots.
And it's, the thing with Ahmad that really bothers me, if I can put it that way, is the lack of separation, especially his legs. Yeah. They need to be bigger, and they don't have a lot of separation. He kills people from the back because he's got that crazy, freaky cobra back, but you can pick him apart. And even Jose pointed out to me, he said, look at some of these poses. He doesn't hit some of these poses to his best. Like his side shots are great, his back shots, but frontal bicep, I was like, what are you doing, dude? That's not the way to hit the shot.
His arms are definitely too high. It makes him look it takes away from his lat spread, and it just gives him a weird flow.
That's what you got to realize posing does. It does make a difference, because when you got two guys that are close and one of them knows how to show his physique better and the other's making himself look worse with his posing, that's what happens.
And this wasn't as sharp as we've seen Ahmad before.
No. It looked to me like, I don't want to put thoughts in it. I don't want to say this is what he was doing, but it looked like I'm just going to jump in here at 90%, get my qualification, and I'll look my best at the Olympia. I don't know if he was thinking that or not, but that's the vibe I was getting. And I don't know if that's going to happen, because Eduardo was on point. Special mention, Junho Kim from Korea. Wow. When was the last time we saw someone this great come out of Korea?
It's been a long time. Korean genetics are no joke. Tiny waist, great quad sweep, round. Yeah.
All have awesome legs. Every Korean in the world. I don't know what they're doing over there. They start them squatting from birth.
Yeah, but he's definitely has a pretty physique.
I probably put him in third.
I would too. Yeah. Just on the fact of, like I said, he has a very pretty physique. His conditioning was on point, and he kind of brings that little bit of that freak factor.
Okay, special mention the other guys in that first call out. Steve Benton from Germany looked really good. This Kareth Bajo from Connecticut, who I never even heard of until last year, but he was in the first call out right next to these guys. And Quebec's Mahmoud Al-Dura, who goes by just Dura. Yeah, he brought the heat today, but you ran into Eduardo and these other guys. It's tough, but he's probably going to be somewhere in that third, fourth rim too.
And I'd also want to do a shout out to Justin Randall, Boston boy. Today he brought the freak factor. Short guy, 5'2", freaky, kind of shades of Jose Raymond going on with him, like Peel.
He was his first coach.
So yeah.
Figure, I didn't pay a whole lot of attention except to Jessica Reyes Padilla. Sorry.
Hey, you can't appreciate how great Jessica's walk on is.
It's like a prance. It's like a strut. It's crazy.
It's boom. Your eyes.
Every man's jaw was dropping in this place.
That was it. You just see Jessica and everyone else just kind of blurs.
I mean, I'm trying to. A lot of other people look great, but you know, I honestly wasn't paying enough attention. I was taking pictures.
Yeah, I mean, seriously, Jessica's that good. She's distracting.
In Bikini, my God, I don't know how they judge it. They all looked just gorgeous, perfect. I don't know. Sorry.
Yeah, they're all really good.
You'll find out how they place tonight.
Yeah, that's all I can say is they all looked very good.
So this is how long it took without wellness. It's going to take a little longer next time because we're going to have wellness. Hopefully, we'll all get to have a break and eat next time with this division. But that will wrap up judging. It's not long to wait. We're going to go into finals in just 2.5 hours. Hector Mendoza behind the camera is going to get this posted immediately, so you'll see it. Yeah, he's got no choice. So thanks for watching, guys. Keep watching the coverage on musculardevelopment.com. On the No Bull Forum, we got the play-by-play thread. Contest photos are going up. Interviews are up from last night. All kinds of content. Keep it right here. 2019 New York Pro coverage brought to you by High Tech Pharmaceuticals. We'll catch you in a few hours.